What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dan, and of course you're tuning into Collector's Digest. Alright guys, today, April 8th, Todd Mcfarlane over there at Mcfarlane Toys officially dropped the Kickstarter for their new Spawn figure, which is reminiscent of the earlier Spawn figure, actually the first one ever made, and I actually have that still in the packaging from back in the day, so that's really cool. This new figure does look amazing, I think. I like the sculpt, I like the paint applications, I like every direction that they're heading with this thing, and we'll get into the details in a moment. This thing hit its budget in 12 minutes. That's right, it hit $100,000 in 12 minutes. I believe right now it's at $400,000 as I'm making this video. We still have 29 days to go. That's right, you still have 29 days until May 8th if you want to get in on this thing and get yourself a figure. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into the details. Okay guys, so there are 4 different tiers. For the first tier, you get Classic Spawn, reminiscent of the original comic book as well as HBO animated series. It's the original concept art, right? Now, this is $40 or more. Now, if you want to double your money for $80 or more, you will get an additional accessory and name plaque signed by Todd Mcfarlane. As you see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it states that right there. So if Tier 1 is basically Classic Spawn, you'll get what you see right here. It's reminiscent of the original figure, just updated sculpt, paint, and moving parts, which we will get into later on in the video. Now, matter of fact, if you want to double your money, each tier goes for $40 or more, right? Now, if you double your money for $80 or more, you will get the additional accessory as well as the name plaque with Todd Mcfarlane's signature on it, except for the last tier, which we will get to that. Okay, so Tier 2 is Modern Spawn. You can see he comes with a little bit more of a modern paint job for his costume, relatable to the newer comics with Spawn and MK11, his costume in that. Also, he has the unmasked head sculpt, which he calls him like meat face or shoestring face, spaghetti face, whatever you want to call it. Now, of course, this is $40 or more. If you want to double your money, like I said, yes, you will get the additional accessory and signed name plaque by Todd Mcfarlane. Now we're at tier number 3. This is the artist proof edition, right? So this is really cool, man. It's going to be a black and white version of Spawn. Also, the comic book will be a black and white variant, which is really cool. Now, same thing goes. This is $40 or more. If you want to double your money for $80 or more, like I keep saying, yes, you'll get the extra accessory as well as signed name plaque autographed by Todd Mcfarlane. So that's really cool. This is the 3rd tier, artist proof Spawn. All right, now we're at our 4th and final tier, and my personal favorite, definitely what I'm going to get, and I feel like this is the best bang for your buck in my personal opinion. Now, you will get the 3-pack, all of the Spawns, so you'll get the classic, the modern, and the artist proof. But what you'll also get is 2 new head sculpts. So you'll get an Al Simmons unmasked head sculpt, not with the meat face or anything like that, just his regular self, as you can see in the bottom left hand of the screen there. And then you'll get the open mouth screaming sculpt, which they don't have a paint application on yet, but you can see from the sculpt work, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'll have a close-up on these in a moment, but I just feel like for the, if you are a fan of Spawn, which I am, I watched the HBO series many different times. I grew up with Spawn. My first trips to going to comic book stores and getting into comics when I was a little kid in Madison Heights, Michigan, I would always see Spawn. It was around that time. That's my generation, So yeah, I definitely want to get the 3-pack because I want to have every single figure, and it would be really cool to have different variants to do some shots with action figure photography. If you want more of a modern look, then you have it. If you want the classic look, then you have it. And if you want to do something maybe in the dark or whatever, you got a black and white version. I just like to have a variety, and I definitely feel like this is going to be a special project by Todd Mcfarlane. I know that a lot of love and passion is going to go into this just by seeing what he did with the MK11 Spawn figure that they just released, which I love. I absolutely love that figure. I have 2 of them. So yeah, I definitely wanted to make sure that I got the 3-pack because I know, if I didn't do it, I would regret it. Now, for the 3-pack, it is $160, and I believe, because there's no option to upgrade that tier for an autographed name plaque, but I will believe that he will throw that in. He mentioned it in the video that is on the Kickstarter's page, so go check that out. From my understanding is that he will be autographing all of the people that choose the 3-pack tier, the 4th tier. He'll be autographing the name plaque and throwing that in as a bonus, to my knowledge. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe that he is going to do that. Okay, and lastly, we have all of the sculpts that are included in each tier. So starting from the left, we have Classic Spawn, then we got Modern Spawn, then we have the Artist Proof Spawn, and on the bottom, which we will scroll to here, we got Al Simmons, as well as the Open Mouth Screaming sculpt of Spawn, which all look amazing. Now, it looks like the Classic Spawn sculpt is very close to the MK11 Spawn sculpt, and I really like that. It's not exact, and it is more of a classic version, but it looks really good, and I can see a resemblance to the MK11 Spawn sculpt that came on the figure. But anyways, these all look phenomenal, and I think it's important for any Spawn fan that grew up with Spawn, watched the animated series, watched the movie, went back as an adult watching the animated series. You really want that Al Simmons head sculpt, you know, and I think it's really cool that they're adding that in, and I see Todd McFarlane is getting a better understanding, or at least his company behind him is understanding that us customers, we want add-ons, we want accessories, you know, we want weapons, we want sculpts. Now, of course, I would have liked to see a couple more weapons added in on this. You could kick the comic book to the curb. I don't really care about that personally, but I know some fans do, so I understand why they did it, and it is reminiscent of the original packaging and how this whole project started back in the day, so I understand them doing that, and I don't have a problem with it, but I would like to see, like, maybe a couple different options as far as swords, guns, and so on and so forth. But overall, I think what you get is worth it, to say the least. You know, especially for $160, getting 3 different figures, getting the autographed name plaques, and hopefully you'll get an autographed name plaque for each version of the figure that you're buying, because you're getting all 3. But I'm not sure if he'll do that or not. We can only hope. But I'm definitely excited to get this Al Simmons head sculpt, as well as the open screaming mouth for Spawn. It looks phenomenal. Now, I heard a lot of people complaining that this was a Kickstarter because they didn't understand why Todd McFarlane needed money. The company generates a bunch of revenue. He could have just started this himself. Well, it's kind of a cushion for him, you know what I mean? And he couldn't start this and send it to retail because there's no new continuity, meaning there's no new TV show, no new movie for years. I mean, for a while they've been for about a decade they've been talking about a new Spawn movie, but it's just not in the works at the moment. And if you took this project to a corporation for retail, they probably deny it because they only want sure things. And now, while us, the fans and the community, understands anything that Spawn that comes out is going to sell, big corporations don't know that, and they probably would deny the project, I would imagine. Plus, this going to Kickstarter and us giving the money directly to Todd, I feel like he's going to put 100% effort behind this project, and we're really going to love the outcome, the results of what we get. I can't wait. I also just want to clarify real quick that I don't believe this is the exact nameplate that you'll get signed by Todd McFarlane. What I believe it is, it'll be like a logo, plastic type branding that you'll get from him, and he'll sign that. So it'll be something probably like Spawn's name and what version of the figure that you got, some type of like art detail on there, and then he'll sign it. For now, he just showed that. He signed it in the video that's on the Kickstarter page. So it's not this that we're getting. This is just an example of his autograph that will come if you double your money and choose the $80 version of that tier or get the 3-pack. Alright guys, and this was my main concern with this whole project. Articulation. What's Articulation going to look like? It looks damn good. I'm really happy that they included this model, because when I was looking at the prototype, I thought, there's no way. That looks like it's a color top figure, and I was thinking, you just made the Spawn figure for the MK line. Why would you not follow that articulation scheme? And from what it looks like they're doing it. I mean, I can't tell if that's double jointed elbows or not. It doesn't look like it's hard to tell, but what I do know is, I mean, this thing has, it's going to have pivot, it's got toe articulation, it's got double jointed knees, it looks like you got a diaphragm joint, you get a neck articulation with head articulation, so you'll have two moving parts at the neck. I mean, this is a big win in my book, and I was really happy to see this. No, to say the least. I mean, it got me very excited, and that's what made me say, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna need all three of these guys. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this time. Let me know what you think about this whole Kickstarter in the comment section below. Is there a specific version that you're looking forward to most? Are you getting all three? Let me know, man. I know that I'm excited for it, and obviously so are a lot of other people. I mean, this thing is up to $500,000 right now, and it hit its budget in 12 minutes. So it's a definite go. It's gonna be made, and I'm excited. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you all are staying safe out there. I hope none of you have COVID-19, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, I'll catch you guys then. Peace.